No pain, no gain. Yeah, that's what I tell myself whenever I'm really pushing. Like yesterday when I was in the gym, I was pushing myself a little bit. And you got to be careful not to hurt yourself. I mean, especially whenever you're a little bit older. Whenever you're younger, if you hurt yourself, you can bounce right back. At my age, I don't bounce back as quickly as I used to. We're looking for a fleet. I think we just found it. Ooh, did they find me? That airplane might have got me. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. Hey! Ooh, I like this picture. I like the tanks with the televisions on top. So you can entertain the enemy and then, bam! Shoot him with a gun. Alright, come to Papa. Alright, cool. Okay, we have a new sonar contact bearing 103, designates Sierra 1. We're at periscope depth, heading to the northeast. So they are off our starboard side. We do have a thermal air at 180 feet, thank goodness. Alright, let's go.
On sonar. Rig ship for ultra quiet.
We're going to immediately get the hell away from periscope depth. And we're going to get below this layer.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 070.
Here we go.
Designated Sierra 2.
Oh, that's true. If I stream the workout and I hurt myself, you guys can call.
Sonar,
That's
new
true.
contact bearing
Yeah.
0,
You'll be like, I don't know where this guy lives, but he's hurt. Go help him out. Twitch knows where I live because I had to give him my address and stuff. So just tell Twitch to tell him where to go.
Sierra 4. Passing 100 feet. Con sonar, new contact bearing.
Yeah, there's a lot of risk with living alone. Like I considered getting one of those life alert buttons. Not that I'm going to be one of the I'm falling and can't get up, but you know, what if I get stuck somewhere? You know, I almost locked myself out of my own home a couple months ago, just because there was a door in my garage that locks automatically when you close it. And just as I closed it, I remembered that. I was like, oh no, I can't get back in my house. But luckily I'd left another door unlocked, so I got lucky that time.
Con sonar, lost contact.
All right, so we're below the layer, lost contact. Steady as we go, 200 feet. We're gonna go left 10 degrees rudder. We're gonna start heading north. Now that we're below the layer, let's go ahead and get that third weapon loaded. Oh, and I'm really curious. Let's work on Sierra 2. If Sierra 2 is a warship, we're just gonna shoot everybody. That's pretty much how it goes. When you ride with the baddies, you're gonna get shot. Oh, right there. It's a cash-in.
Con sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as escort.
Part of the K class of ships. Let's take a quick peek at the cash-in, see what she looks like. Alright. There's her active projector right there, sonar. Stabilizers. Not very good lighting. Here we go. So we got a rail launcher, gun and gun. Cash-in and Cresta, I always get them confused because they look very similar to me. They're not, actually, but just whenever I look at them, I'm like, which one is it? Cash-in, Cresta? I don't know. But there are differences. Visible differences.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Wow, there's a lot of amphib ships here. Yeah, this is going to be crazy. All right, so once we get a really good range on the cash-in, we'll go ahead and engage. What we don't want to do is we don't want to have all three weapons hit the cash-in. That's been happening lately, and we got to stop that. Oh, we got active. Yeah, there's no way he heard us. There's zero chance that we're detected, damn it. There we go. You thought Aaron had a wife? What? Bum, 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 bum. Except when they're catching on fire spontaneously. What, you talking about the Russian ships? Yeah. One thing that I'll give to the Soviets is they make sexy ships. They do. They do look good. Yeah. All right, we're north. We're going to go and say steady she goes here. Can I risk 10 knots?
Make turns.
Let's see if we can do 10 knots here.
0 knots.
I got an
Maneuver
itch. Okay.
Con
There's dog hair in this room
making
and
turns for
flying around, making me
0
itch.
knots.
All right, so there's the cash in. We just need to go.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 4.
It's already too
last
close.
bearing, 0 9
So-
7. Contact faded.
Yeah, here we go. Okay, so we're just going to put a weapon up here.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Weapon on the cash in right
Shoot
here.
2-3.
Like
Aye,
a
sir.
weapon past the cash in.
Shoot 2-2. Aye, sir.
AKA every Russian soldier and sailor since the invention of tobacco. Let's see, Kepta Pat says Russian design philosophy. If we put a magazine on the outside, it will blow up on the inside. It won't blow up on the inside. Huh. Maybe that's what they were thinking. I don't know. What is the fine for crew smoking on board? There's no fine. Whenever I was in, we did have designated smoking areas on the submarine while submerged. Yeah, pretty crazy nowadays to think of that, but that's the way it used to be. And anyone that wanted to smoke and could smoke just went to the smoking area. There was no reason not to. I had literally in a 20-year career never see anyone not smoke in the smoking area. Because keep in mind, submarine's not that big. You got to be pretty damn lazy if you don't want to walk 10 or 15 feet to the designated smoking area. You know, that's real.
Con, fire control. Weapon
That's real
acquired.
laziness. Yeah, look, submarines smell terrible before people start smoking. So smoking doesn't change the air quality whatsoever. Yeah, yeah. I cough up junk every morning. Whenever I go on my morning walk, I spit out gobs of stuff that I hadn't seen since boot camp. It's part of the life, you know. And to be fair, they do their best to scrub the air. There's like all sorts of machines that keep the air clean, but it's never really, it's not fresh air, right? Bum, 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 bum. Bye bye,
Con
cashier.
sonar
You
lost
so sad.
contact. Sierra 2. Last bearing 1.
Let's do
0
another one.
5. Contact breaking up.
Let's do
Con sonar.
another one. Oh,
Sierra
Rapushka.
3 is
He
classified
cavitating.
as merchant.
He cavitating. I'm going to take tube 1 and put him like right here. This other warship was a little bit farther north than I expected. Zebra farts. Hey, Zeri Braley. Yeah, don't smoke next to the oxygen generator. That's true. That's
Con
really fucking
sonar.
dumb.
Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in
shit.
the water. Bearing 0 5 9. Con sonar.
fuck.
We are cavitating.
Con, fire control. We've lost the wire.
Con
They found us.
300 feet. Passing 400 feet. Passing 500 feet.
Con sonar. No longer cavitating.
Passing 700 feet.
That was closed, yeah. Horseshoes and hand grenades, man. But we playing subs. Those don't count.
Passing 700 feet.
I'm not sure how they found us.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 3.
Someone died.
knots.
Who'd we get? Oh, we got Rapuchka.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Good for us.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 052.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Con sonar, regained contact on Sierra 3, bearing 100. Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 052.
Con maneuvering, making turns for
Shoot.
10 knots.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Con, torpedo.
Make turns for 3.
There's another incoming weapon we got to get out of the way of. So I don't know what Sierra 1 was. It might be a warship. Not sure. But what I think we're going to do, let's go ahead and switch over to Harpoon. And we'll shoot 2 of these
sonar,
ships.
Noisemaker, bearing 054.
There's the incoming torpedo. Right there where my cursor's at. We're trying to get out of the way of that thing right now. Hey, Hobo. How's it going, man? Yeah, I don't know why the World of Warships game won't install on my account anymore. It's really strange.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 059.
Oh, he's still dropping noisemakers. All right, we're getting these weapons loaded. We've already evaded the torpedo. We can slow back down again. Let's get up periscope depth.
Make turns for 5 knots.
We'll make preparations to launch these harpoons here. Yeah, it's I've tried it both ways. I tried installing it off Steam, right? Because I have a Steam account linked to my World of Warships account, and that installs. I get the whole game, but whenever I go to play the game, it tells me that it can't play it because it's linked to my Steam account, which doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Why does that even matter? And I'm afraid if I unlink it, I'll lose my ships. I have a bunch of ships in that game.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
So what I did after that is I uninstalled it from Steam, rebooted the computer, and then I went to the World of Warships website, downloaded the game client.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
I think we got him. I think he just exploded. I downloaded the game client by itself, no Steam attachment. And whenever I download that, it downloads at 5 kilobytes, just enough to maintain an internet connection, but not download any files. And I was like, I don't know why it's doing that. Why is it throttling to near 0, but not disconnected? It stays connected, but doesn't move any data. And I left it like that overnight. Checked it the next morning. I still had 0% installed. I have no idea why it's doing that. I need to contact support then. Yeah, if I cared. That's the thing, is I don't care enough to play that game. I thought it'd be a nice change because I know you guys play World of Warships and we could do some warships together. That was my thinking whenever I reinstalled it. But Not a fan.
Upscope.
I think just I'm done with World of Warships is what it is. All right, so we got the radar up and going. We got 2 contacts there.
Con sonar regaining contact on Sierra 1.
Oh, Sierra 1's
bearing
back.
128.
Sierra 1 might be a warship. Let's take a look at that. What's the bearing to Sierra 1? 128.
Raise the ESM mast.
Nope.
Lower the ESM mast.
Yep, he's a fucking warship. Oh shit. Kill him.
Con, torpedo room. Cannot fire inside minimum range.
Mercy deep.
Make turns.
I forgot what
Con
button to use the
sonar, we are
periscope.
cavitating.
Oh.
Sonar lost contact. Sierra 1. Last bearing 1.
Everything was cool until you transmitted active sonar, and then I was like, ooh.
Con sonar
He's a
lost
warship.
contact. Sierra 4. Last bearing 1.
This is Sierra 1 we're shooting here.
Passing 300 feet. Passing 400 feet.
Oh shit. Oh, good shot.
500 feet.
So much for our...
Con sonar no longer cavitating.
We got to use the other type of weapon that goes boom. Ba, ba, ba. Here we go.
Make turns for 5.
We're going to slow down and shoot it.
Maneuvering eye.
Am I going to play Mech Warrior? Probably not. No. We're just going to do Cold Waters. This is what everybody wants.
Aye, sir.
Con, torpedo room. Tube 1 ready.
Ba, ba, ba. Yeah, to view the periscope is P, but to raise it, it's 8, 9, or 7. I don't know. Like, I still don't know the key for countermeasure firing, but I did it off muscle memory whenever we got shot. I think it's like Shift D. The problem with it is it's right next to the emergency blow button. So I don't accidentally emergency blow. Shit. Let's enable the weapon.
Make turns for
Active
2,
homing.
0 knots.
Full rudder.
Maneuvering eye.
Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir.
Make turns for 3, 3 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Ba, 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 da, ba, ba.
Passing 700 feet.
Here we go. Where's that torpedo at? That was a really good shot. Man, the AI in this game is pretty fantastic.
Con, knuckle formed. Passing 900 feet.
All right, let's pull up. Good Lord. Yep. Hey, 104. How's it going, man? You're playing some regiments? How do you like that game? You just get shot, let your muscle remember for you. I know. I'm going to look it up here in a second because I don't want to depend on muscle memory. But I don't want to look it up in the middle of a fight. All right, we dodged that one.
Con,
Easy
torpedo
day.
room. Tube 4 ready.
So I think what we want to do is...
2, 1.
I can't let Sierra 4 and 5 get away. So we got to start heading to the east at some point.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 3, 3 knots.
You're still positive COVID after 9 days?
Con,
And you lost your
helm,
taste.
Steady course.
Well, to be fair, you never had any taste, Bullet. I mean, let's be honest, right? Got him. I got him. Did you see that? I got him. Oh, man. He's like, oh, wow. Yeah, that's right. You're coming after him. Oh, man. Yeah, that sucks, though. COVID after 9 days, man. My wife had it for 9 or 10 days this summer. We had to stay in quarantine for 10 days because she got it. I never tested positive. I had no symptoms.
Con, torpedo
But
room, tube 3 ready.
how do you not get COVID if your wife gets COVID and you don't know about it for a day or two? Right? I mean, she had it for at least 1 day before she tested positive.
Come left to
Yeah.
0.
And she definitely had it. She had really bad
9.
symptoms. Like, she thought her lungs were on fire and filling with water as if she was drowning, is what she told me it felt like. And that she wanted to go to the hospital right now.
Con, helm.
And me being a loving, caring husband, I was like, hey, whoa. Let's just go to the drugstore, get the COVID test. We'll see. She's like, I can't breathe. And I'm like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We have life insurance. It'll be fine. Oh, yeah. I did not say that last part. No. That'd be bad. Anyway, but yeah, she got it really bad this year. And it's really scary to see. Like, I thought we were going to have to put her on a ventilator. Oh, that's not something you ever want to do, is put Eleven on a ventilator. Not cool, bro. Yeah, she,
900 feet.
I mean, we're both pretty old and we're not in shape whatsoever. Even though I'm working very hard to change that.
Passing
It's still,
700 feet.
we're still out of shape. And so we have all the risk factors is what I'm saying.
Maneuvering
That
up.
makes COVID symptoms worse than they would be for a younger, healthier
400
person.
feet.
So it was pretty scary when she got it.
Passing 300 feet. Passing 200
And I was
feet.
asymptomatic, which is bonkers.
Con sonar regained contact on.
I'm pretty sure I had it.
Bearing 114.
And then after 10 days, I didn't have it anymore. And she didn't either. So. Some mods have boomers. Yeah. You can shoot all the big missiles. Yeah. Yeah, there's a really good mod for this game called Dot Mod. Oh, our shot missed. Son of a gun. Alright, are we slow again? We are slow again. Are we under the layer? Oops, where's the layer at? Let's get back under that layer and conduct an attack, because this is not working. That
Con
fleet's gonna get
maneuvering,
away.
Making turns for 5 knots.
Yeah, that's why CR1 is where it's at now. It's covering the retreat of CR4 and 5. We have to sink at least one more
Con
to get
sonar
credit for
lost
this mission.
contact.
Passing 200 feet.
Hey, Golden Gooch, thanks for a 12-month 3-sub, man. Awesome. He says, I'm rocking the Rona right now. Well, a lot of people have it seems. Thankfully, super mild case. I'm getting to enjoy that sweet WFH. What is that? That everyone else seems to have all the time. Oh, work from home. Okay. Yeah. Took me a minute. Yeah. I mean, the whole going back to the office thing, I don't agree with. I don't think people should.
Fire control, we've lost the
Oh,
wire.
we lost the wire on that one. That stinks.
Con sonar Sierra 1.
Oh, it's a
is
soft
classified
remedy. Oh, my
as
lord.
escort.
We've been playing patty cake with a goddamn gorilla. Okay, let's turn. Let's do something different than this. Soft remedy's no joke. Holy smokes. That's why they dropped the damn torpedo right on top of us. God. Fire everything. Yeah. That's true. At least it's not a Utiloy. Utiloy would be even worse. Yeah. Whenever it comes to ASW warfare, anti-submarine warfare, Utiloy is the king of the Soviet era warships. Absolute king. It's designed to do one thing: hunt down, chase down at 30 plus knots submarines and sink it. You cannot outrun a Utiloy in a Cold War era submarine. in a straight run. Anyway, there's all sorts of caveats to that statement. Yeah, there's means and methods that we will not talk about.
Torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
All right, tube 3 is ready. I'm gonna shoot a second one because we got to kill the South Remini. We have no chance of doing anything else until he's dead. So let's hopefully we keep this wire.
Shoot tube 3.
Okay, we kept the wire. We'll make this a shallow running. So if this first one doesn't get him, the second one should. And I think there's still a warship up to the north, unless, you know what, we might have got it and didn't realize it. And I just saw a second active. Hold on a second. Sovereignty is going to go active here in just a second. That's it right there. Now, is there another one? No. Oh, wait. There's 2 different actives. Yeah. See? Oh, wow. Okay. There's 2 warships near the Sovereignty. The Sovereignty and another warship. You think you saw 3? Don't say that. What was the Sovereignty designed for? Surface combat. Blowing up other ships and providing shore bombardment for amphibious forces. Yeah. And it still had ASW capability. It just wasn't horse jaw sonar, which is the mother of all submarine tracking sonars for the Russians. All right, so we gotta. Somebody's over here shooting torpedoes down here. That's crazy. Wait a second. How far away is that? Oh man. We might have incoming torpedoes again. If those are missile launched, they're going to drop them at 5,000, 10,000, 15,000. We're going to get a potential torpedo in the water right where my cursor's at. Maybe. We'll see. There's one. Look right about here. That's 2.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 105. Designated
105.
Sierra 8.
All right, that's the other warship. There should be a third one dropping any moment now. Okay. Yep, maybe not. Go ahead and get a decoy ready in case it does drop, though. So that torpedo in front towards the Sovereignty, that's passive homing. He's not transmitting active sonar, which means the Sovereignty won't hear it until it gets very close. The one that I fired second, the number 3 torpedo, that is active homing. And they're probably, I'm hoping that they'll evade and drop some countermeasures from that one. And then the passive one will hear the countermeasure, if it doesn't already hear the Sovereignty, and go into that direction. Damn the tortillas, yeah. Yep. The Russians taste ASW like Frank's hot sauce. They put that on everything, yeah. Hey, there's Sierra 8. So Sierra 8 is definitely a warship. I'm going to drive Torpedo 3 into Sierra 8 if I don't see the Sovereignty first. I'm not sure where the Sovereignty's at. Obviously, it's not where the plot says he is because we drove the torpedo right into it. And it didn't hit anything or find anything. The problem is the fleet is getting away. And that we've got these 2 warships protecting the rear of it.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing.
So he's way over there.
107.
That passive homing torpedo should hear that countermeasure. All right, this is good. This is going to work. I wonder how far away Sierra 8 is. We don't have a range on him. Sovereignty is evading now. Cavitating, that's why he just popped up on the plot. All right, torpedo is homing. Excellent. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Con sonar, noisemaker.
Oh, there's Sierra 8. Okay,
099.
everything's fine. We got this. There's our 2 warships side by side. They're almost too close to each other. They could drop alternating countermeasures
Con, fire control.
Con sonar.
and keeping
Noise
the
maker
torpedo
bearing
going back and forth between the
1,
2.
0, 4.
Yeah. Like he just dropped a countermeasure, and now the torpedo, he's going into re-attack, and he might see the other ship. Yeah.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 0.
See, now the other
9,
noisemaker just
7.
went off, but the torpedo doesn't see that noisemaker, which is a little bit lucky for us. The torpedo's trying to turn into him. It hit him. Okay.
Bearing 1, 0.
That was our passive homing shot. Yeah, he's toast.
Con, fire control.
Con sonar.
Anyway, going
0,
back to
8
the
is
purpose
classified
of the
as
Sovereignty. The purpose of the Sovereignty was to work with the Utiloid. Like Romeo and Juliet, those two working together. And the Sovereignty would
Con,
take
fire control.
would
Weapon
take care of the
acquired.
air cover. Utiloid would take care of
Con
submarine.
sonar. Torpedo in the water.
The fuck? Uh-oh.
1, 0, 6.
Wait, what? We don't have any torpedoes near us.
Make turns.
Okay, so it is Shift D.
5 knots. Maneuvering up.
Where did this torpedo come from? What?
Make turns. 3.
It's not airdropped, is it?
knots.
It's gotta be.
Sonar. We are cavitating.
Oh my god.
Con, fire control. We've lost the wire.
Where did that one come
Sonar
from?
Lost contact. Sierra 8. Last
Passing 300 feet.
Everybody was so far away from us.
Passing 400 feet. Passing 500 feet.
con sonar lost contact.
Oh wow, we
Sierra.
got so lucky.
Con sonar no longer
Holy
cavitating.
smokes.
Passing 700
If that torpedo
feet.
had turned the other direction, we would have been
Con,
screwed.
knuckle formed.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Yeah, it's turning towards us now. That's not good. Leave us alone.
Passing 900 feet.
Oh, we were lucky to get below it. That countermeasure that I shot saved us.
Con, knuckle formed.
Yep, that saved us. Holy cow. That's not even cool, bro. Shift D. Shift D is countermeasure.
2. Helm I.
I had to look at my hand as I did it, and I was like just trusting my instincts to hit the right button.
Con. Helm. Steady course.
Because like emergency blow is like Control V or something, Control X. I don't know. I don't want to test it. I don't think that's my own torpedo. No, let's see. This is my own countermeasure. Yeah, you see how it's green? That's a Russian torpedo right there. That is a ship or submarine launched one. Ooh, we got I might have a submarine out here.
Con. Maneuvering. Making turns for 3.
Ooh.
3 knots.
All right. I'm not supposed to know that, so I'm not going to react to it, but there could be a sub. You need a little adrenaline every so often. Yeah. That one really came out of nowhere, because if you think about everything that we're attacking is 21,000 yards away from us. And their weapon shots were like in this area. They're counterfire. But then just out of the blue, that one's right on top of us. Craziest thing I've ever seen. I'm gonna load another decoy and another torpedo because we might need it. Do we have any TASMs? We don't. Somebody was asking me the difference between the TASM and the harpoon in this video game, and I was saying that, well, the warhead for the TASM is a lot bigger, right? Does more damage, but the TASM also has a lot more range. We'll go farther. And right now, I wish we had some TASMs, because Sierra 4 and Sierra 5 are over the horizon. They're hauling ass, going back to port. Like, we've successfully delayed the invasion, but until those two chuckleheads are dead, we're not going to win the mission. You have to kill a majority of them, and I think that there's
Passing
4.
900 feet.
I think we spotted 4 merchant ships in the fleet, so we got to sink at least 2 of them to break even and get credit for the mission.
700 feet. Passing 600 feet.
All right, we're going to start cavitating here.
Make turns for 1, 0 knots. Maneuvering I.
Passing 300 feet.
Passing 200 feet.
200 feet.
Make turns
What?
for 5 knots.
We're just
Maneuvering
gonna
aye.
pull up here, right below periscope depth. We're gonna slow this bad boy down.
Make turns for 0 knots. Make turns for 0 knots. Maneuvering
All
aye.
right. Can we raise the radar?
Scope.
Oh, scope is 0. What's radar then?
Dive at 4, 5, 8, dive by.
That's ESM.
Raise the radar mast.
So radar is 8. So it's radar, ESM, periscope. And yeah, CR4 and 5, they're not even showing up on radar anymore. Oh, man. All right, we're going to shoot one harpoon in the general vicinity of where CR5 was and see if we get lucky.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
All right.
Lower the radar mast. Lower the ESM mast.
Okay, all the masts should be lowered now. And they are. Let's go 5 knots.
Make turns for 5.
So we're just going to chill here and ultra quiet.
Ultra quiet.
Well, I need to reload that, so we're not ultra quiet anymore. Let's just see what that this missile does. See if it,
Torpedo room 2, 3.
there's a good chance this missile just runs out of energy and crashes into the water. Wasn't the torp I passed my own? No. Nope. But you can shoot yourself in this game if you're not careful. Yeah, that's not good. I see something on the horizon. There is something on this bearing. Any whale hunting planned for today? No. I'm not going to hunt whales. We haven't even seen any whales since we started playing again. Not a single one. So shooting on these old bearings seems to produce results. That's good for us.
Con, torpedo room 2-1 ready.
Okay. So we're going to do that again.
1. Aye, sir.
And we'll shoot one on CR4's bearing and just see what happens. We might get lucky.
Shoot 2-2. Aye, sir.
I'm a lucky guy. I know, right? That was just a shot in the dark and it hit. So, very, very lucky. There's none left. Oh, it's sad. No whales left. All right, so that one locked on to the ship that's already damaged. Where's my other one at? All right, this is the one that I'm curious about. It's looking over this door. Uh-oh. Oh. It got sucked up onto that one. Well, that one's certainly going to die. It's got 2 harpoons coming at it. Oh, well. We should get credit for the mission after this one sinks.
Con, torpedo room 2-1 ready.
McDoug appreciates your wild missile use. Yeah. That's right. All the shareholders are like, cha-ching! Let's build another one, boys. Yeah.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra 5, last bearing 1.
Yep, so 5 gonna die. It's gonna get blown up again here. A little bit overkill. Look how fast it's sinking. My goodness. Yeah, she's not having a good time. Nope. Going to Davy Jones. You never noticed the shockwave before? Yeah. whenever you're watching the missile, it's kind of hard to see the shockwave because it happens so fast. But when you see the explosions in the distance, it's a little more obvious. Like that container should be falling off the ship. I wish they had little physics like that. That'd be fun. Yeah, it's extra dead. You're right. Yeah, we used extra missiles on it. What's our inventory like? We after this battle, we might have to go get some more. Yeah, we got 2 missiles, 2 decoys. We can still do another battle. All right, let's end this one. So what got away? 2 of the 4 got away. So did we still get credit for this mission? I think we did. Yep, great job. Pleased to hear the invasion has been canceled. Okay, so you got to get at least half, 50% minimum, and we did. Oh, what did we get? Ooh, there's a purple one. Distinguished Service Medal. Yeah, no, I didn't get that one. Yep. I got a comm. Okay. I was trying to think about what medals did I get in real life and what medals do I get in the game. And I definitely did not get a Distinguished Service Medal in real life. You gotta do something really special for that one. Oh, great. T-Lam mission. So we gotta go back to Holy Lock and rearm, and then we're gonna head to Gramika. Okay. I guess Gramika's okay. Oh, why am I yawning? What the hell was that? Got plenty of sleep last night. I'm fine. Ooh, pretty. 194,000. So we need 8 tomahawks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're gonna need a lot of decoys. Yeah, we're gonna be running for our life on this one. Do we want another missile? I think we do. Okay. I'm coming up with a plan on how we're gonna do this. Tell you what. We'll do that once the battle starts. So we're just going to go around the horn here. That's what we used to call it whenever we hit that point. You little airplane. Trying to ruin my day. Oh crap, they did ruin my day. They sent the fleet out after his boys. This is a good mix of weapons. Okay, we'll go with that. So they're off to the east. Total water depth here. Please be deep. It's not deep at all. Yeah. All right, let's figure out who the contacts are. They're almost certainly heading right for us because that stupid airplane told them where we were. Oh boy. All right, let's. If this is a warship, we're just going to shoot it immediately. We're not going to wait. We're not going to do anything crazy. Ba, 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 ba.
Con sonar new contact bearing.
Oh crap.
2, 1,
We're
6,
surrounded.
Designated Sierra 5.
I can't figure out what Sierra 1 is. Let's Sierra 2. Okay. Sierra 5? These all look like merchants. Yeah.
Con sonar Sierra 3 is classified as merchant.
This might be a submarine? Maybe? Could be. Foxtrot.
Con sonar
Alright, Sierra 4 is troublemaker. I'm not convinced it's a Foxtrot, but it's definitely a submarine. Let's see, what's this one? Ooh. Nope. Don't know what any of these are. Who knows? Yeah, the music. This is that copyright-free channel that I found on YouTube called White Bat Audio, and it's pretty good music. You know, doesn't do the copyright strike, which is really good. And they have all sorts of stuff. It's not just this. This is called Chill Synth, is what we're listening to, but they've got all sorts of categories. So, not bad. Can't beat the price. Foxtrot 4. I really want to turn to the left, but that'll be in front of the Foxtrot. I think the Foxtrot's heading to the southwest. So we don't want to turn west because we'd be driving right in front of them. The reason why we do want to turn west is that's where the deep water at. We want to get to the deep water. But you don't want to drive in front of an opponent submarine. That's how you get shot in the butt. Yep. Yeah, so man, it's Friday. You know, I can't even believe it's Friday. This week went by so fast for me. My plans for this weekend, though, is I'm going to finish writing the sub brief, which is a ship brief this time. And that'll be up on the Patreon next week. I still haven't announced it. I've been keeping it secret. Oh, hello.
Con sonar, Sierra 4 is cavitating.
Sierra 4 is cavitating. Sierra 1 went active. Sierra 1's definitely a warship or a submarine. Oh, crap. Turn around.
Come left 2.
Yep.
80, helm I.
Are you kidding me? Are all three of these submarines? Okay, we just got to do it. This guy might be really close.
Con fire control.
And we lost the wire. Oh, God bless us.
Shoot 2-3. Con fire control. Unable to fire.
Unable to
Sonar, launch train
Yep.
in from Sierra 1.
We need to go now.
Make turns for 3. Con
Let's
sonar,
go.
we are cavitating.
Shallow water, close. Fuck.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 090. Contact is in the baffles. Con sonar, Sierra 5 is classified as merchant.
All right, so Sierra 5 did end up being a trawler. Okay, good. Oh, that's a war shot too. Oh boy. Yeah, we have 3 submarines very close to us. Screw this game.
Con sonar lost contact.
This game
Sierra
definitely hates
5,
us.
Last bearing 196. Contact faded.
We need to reload everything now. If Sierra 2 and Sierra 4 fire, we have nowhere to run. There's nothing we can do. We're going to be in a world of hurt. Come on, baby. We've dodged that one. Let's slow down.
Make turns for con sonar, no longer cavitating.
I have an idea. All right, we need to turn to the right. Oh, no.
Make turns for 20 knots. Maneuvering I.
This is bad.
Con
Boy, they put us in a
maneuvering,
real
making turns for
pinch,
20
starting
knots.
us in this position.
Come right 2 040. Helm I.
Holy smokes.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 106.
Good. So he's defensive. Steady she goes. We don't want Sierra 4 to drop a countermeasure right now because our own weapon will come back and get us.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 112.
Okay.
torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Con sonar lost contact.
Shot said
Sierra.
hallelujah.
Make turns
A
for
little bit
5,
lucky that we
9.
got that kill
Maneuver
early.
guide.
That frees us an escape avenue. We can go to the northwest if we need to.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 5, bearing 185.
Shoot tube 3.
Okay.
Aye, sir.
Man, how many torpedoes do we have left? We called this these submarines the gatekeepers. They would hang out right off the coast of Norway on that hump. Very close to Andoya. And they would watch for NATO submarines coming into the Barents.
Con sonar Sierra 2 is classified as submerged submarine.
And getting past the gatekeeper was a big part of our mission. Once you got past him, you were pretty good to go. Were they the key masters? Honestly, the key masters for us were the Norwegian P3 Orions. Those guys were badasses because they'd go out and find these guys. They'd be like, there's one here, one there. This is where they've been the past 3 days. Good luck, American. And we were like, that's all we need to know. Once we have their patterns down, it's like playing a stealth
Con
game.
sonar new contact bearing.
It's like
0,
playing
2,
Hitman
3,
Absolution or
designated
Hitman,
Sierra 6.
you know, those Hitman games where you got to sneak past the
Con
guards
sonar
and the
Sierra
guards are on a
4
loop.
is classified as
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's a little like that. Only the stakes are a little bit higher. I need to make him go defensive, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. See how he's turning away now? I don't want CR1 shooting at me. So what I did there is I turned the torpedo's active sonar on so that
Con
CR1
fire
reacted to
control,
that.
weapon acquired.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 137.
And we'll drive it through that noisemaker here in just a second because we have the wire. Yeah, that was a Ghostbuster reference. Yeah, the gatekeeper and
Fire
keymaster.
control, weapon countermeasure homing.
Yeah.
Con fire control, weapon.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 1.
Yeah, I got to
40.
record a Christmas thank you for the Norwegian P3 Orion Squadron last Christmas.
Con fire control.
It's just a
weapon
little
acquired.
30-second Merry Christmas. Keep drinking beers, you bastards, you know. Something simple like that. Uh-oh. Why did we lose him? What happened? Oh, no.
Con
This is why...
fire control,
Yeah,
weapon
you just got a
acquired.
torpedo hunt.
Con sonar
Okay.
noisemaker bearing 137.
That was a example of interfering with the weapon. Stop interfering with it. Why are they saying con? I don't know. Hey, Space Mishka, how's it going?
Con sonar
You want us to
noisemaker
take down
bearing
the trolley?
357.
All right, so he's chucking countermeasures too. The nice thing about him is he's not counterfiring. We don't want him to do that.
Con fire control, weapon acquired.
Anytime you're in shallow water, speaking of which, we need to pay attention to that. We have 100 feet below the keel right now, so that's more like 80 feet below the keel. Am I doing well? Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm on this routine now where I work out and then I write some sub-brief stuff and then I stream if it's a stream day and then play XCOM at night. I've been playing a lot of XCOM lately. I don't know. It's a good game, classic, right?
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing.
Nice about XCOM is that it's turn-based, so you can just take your time with it. Oh, and I've been watching. This is a big thing. We can talk about this. I've been watching a lot of the F1 races from like 2016, 2017, because I'm trying to appreciate the drivers that I never saw race when they were in their prime. Like Vettel, 2016, 2017, he's a really good race car driver for Ferrari. Wait a second, we sank 3 submarines. Oh no. Hath a war crime occurred? Which one was it? Oh no. That's why the November didn't shoot back. Hey, listen. It's in the report. It says it was a November. God damn it. Oh, he's back for more. Send more trawlers. We're not done. Oh, man. See, you can't get through a stream without a war crime once in a while. Yeah. All right, new contact. This time they're to the west of us. For the rest of us. We're at periscope depth, 300 feet. We do have a thermal layer, 229. That's nice. Yay.
Con sonar.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Where's that thermal layer, baby? Oh. Oh.
Con sonar, new contact, bearing 306. Designated.
We're going to come right to the north. We're going to get below this
Con
layer.
sonar, new contact, bearing 29.
The strong duct is not good for us. Strong duct means sound travels very far. So whatever little noise we make goes a very long way if you're above the layer. That's what strong duct means. So don't want to be above the layer
Passing 100 feet.
ever. Yeah. Yeah, Friendly Fire Friday. Yeah. We sank 3 things and we only had 2 targets. So whatever that third thing was not a target. That's all we know. That's all we know. Floaties Friday. Hopefully we don't need the floaties. No. Yeah, so F1, Formula 1 racing. Really good stuff. I made it all the way through the 2017
Passing 200 feet.
season this week. I guess I'm going to watch the 2018 season. And I remembered watching 2017 when my first F1 race was. The first one that I saw was in the 2017 season, and it was the Singapore race because it was kind of wet and rainy. And it was like a demolition derby. Cars were spinning off that track like it was a damn Plinko game. It was hilarious. And very expensive to watch these $1 million cars, you know, plow themselves into the walls and destroy all that equipment. But yeah, very interesting race. Not fun for the drivers. I'm sure they didn't enjoy it.
000. Helm I.
If you have gotten XCOM, you should check out a fellow submariner called Tango Hotel. Oh, he plays that Long War. Whenever I play XCOM 2, it's the Long War without the Long War. Because I can play an XCOM 2 campaign for weeks. I've been playing this one for over a week now. Same campaign. Tango Hotel. You have to check him out. If he's a fellow submariner, I'll definitely support him on social media and Twitch and wherever else he's streaming. Always support the vets. Very important to do that. There was one where Verstappen went from 7th to 1st. There's a couple where Verstappen Verstappen won a lot of races in 2016 and 2017, but he didn't win the championship. But I was shocked at how good he was with the Ferrari. I don't know why Ferrari ever got rid of him. Yeah. Verstappen and Ricciardo. I don't like Verstappen's aggressive driving style because he almost killed Lewis Hamilton. Ever since that incident, I've been a little, I don't know about him. They should maybe ban him from the sport for being reckless. That's kind of how I feel about Verstappen. He's a great driver, just doesn't care about other people's lives. That's not a good person to have in a sport. send him to Ukraine, drive a tank or something. You know? Scary underwater sub action. Yeah. Hey, Marbo. He was a nuke, really. Yeah, I'll check him out. Tango Hotel. I can remember that name. TH. Yeah. So I guess tonight I'll start watching the 2018 season. But once I realized I was rewatching races that I had seen before, but it's been 5 years, so I don't remember them. I was like, well, you know, maybe I should go back to the early 2000s, because I know Lewis Hamilton came into the season, I think in 2008, I think, maybe 2007, and Nico Rosberg came onto Mercedes 1 year before Lewis Hamilton, and I kind of want to see that season because Nico Rosberg is a really good, technical, accurate, precise Formula One driver who ended his career way too early. I don't know why he did that. You know, he was still young and healthy. He could have kept driving for Mercedes. Rumor has it, this is not confirmed, that Mercedes wanted him for another couple years, like 2-year deal or 3-year deal, for $100 million in 2017. I think it was 17. Anyway, whatever year it was that he retired. That's a lot of money to turn down. That's like, even if you don't win the championship, take the damn payday. That's going to set you and your family and your grandchildren up for life, where they'll be successful and not have to ever worry about money. That one contract, you know, not to mention all the other sponsorship deals you may get, branding deals you may get, you know, and I think at some point you got to think of your family's future, you know. Anyway, long story short, he did not take that contract. Nico Rosenberg, am I saying his name right? Rosenberg? Or is it Rosberg? Anyway, he retired. And I wonder if he regrets that, because I'm sure he's fine with money, but, you know, if you can drive an F1 car and you have the opportunity to do it, you freaking do it, you know? Rosberg. Thank you, Rosberg. Not sure where Rosenberg was coming from. Anyway, so I kind of like him, but I only saw him drive like one season, and that's only because I went back and I watched the replays. I've never seen him drive live, I don't think. No, yeah, I never saw him drive live. So I thought about going back and watching him. Are we in his baffles? I think we are. It's 001. Let's go to submarine. Alpha.
Sonar Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
Yeah, we don't want anything to do with this guy. All right. All right. Let's make our depth 200 feet. We're gonna get above the layer and shoot down on him.
0 feet, dive high.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Yeah, he's a fast boy.
Maneuvering. Making turns.
Roseberg was a bit of a douche. Oh, was he really off the track? Oh, see, yeah. Like, I don't know anything about the guy. That's why I was trying to watch some of his races. And like I said, I watched the whole season. I guess it was the 2016 season that I watched. That he was. It was the one that he won. He won the championship, and it was pretty close. Like Hamilton had a chance to win it, and it was like a real back and forth rivalry between the two, which I thought was fun to watch. But I guess they really didn't like each other, which is a shame because they said, like the announcers talking about their relationship, that they had raced karts together. So Nico and Lewis came up through the F1 system together. And so they've known each other since childhood. But that 2016 season really wrecked their relationship, competing against each other. And maybe that's why he stopped racing. Maybe he didn't want to ruin any more relationships, which that's a fair point. All right, we're doing 10 knots. I'm gonna go ahead and put a weapon on him.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Whew. Now it's all about getting away. HD1, thank you, man.
Con sonar, Sierra 2 is classified
For $100 million,
as
I would ruin every
submarine.
relationship. Hell, I do that shit for free. You know, yeah. And the $100 million, I'm sure that was more than one season, but still, it's $100 million, and you're at the top of your field. You know, this is what I loved about being in submarines as a sonarman. I was like, there's no better Navy, arguably the Royal Navy, but because we're very similar in systems and capability. But like, I'm at the peak of my sonarmanness, getting around on a 688 submarine, tracking the bad guys. I'm like, this is peak level performance, you know, which is why I stayed in for 20 years. I had the best equipment. You know, I tried to get on boats that were in development squadrons, so we got the experimental equipment, the stuff that they were just working on over at the Naval Underwater Warfare Center. You know, stuff that wasn't even really finished. They were kind of... I remember we would go underway with the programmers, and I'm going to shut up. God damn it, sorry. Anyway, so it was really exciting. Top of your game. And that's what F1 driving is for the driving, you know, people. Oh, wow, there's another one. Uh-oh. Ah. Let's shoot him too.
Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir.
And so to leave that voluntarily, you know, you've got to have a really good reason. If you love the job, stay with it. Yeah.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
I mean, I'm sure money is a big motivator for a lot of people.
Con sonar, noisemaker.
And it should be. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Con sonar.
But there's
launch
also-
transient from Sierra 1.
There's more to something that you enjoy than money, at least in my case. Like, I was absolutely passionate about naval
Con, fire
tactics
control, weapon
and
acquired.
taking advantage of the ocean environment. Oh, I love doing that. Whenever I could use Mother Nature against you, just as an additional advantage, oh yeah. That gave me a freaking
Con
hard on.
sonar lost contact. Sierra 4.
Yeah.
Left bearing 130. Contact is in the baffles.
Don't worry, folks. We got this. Just trying to get past this countermeasure. Oh, come on.
Con,
Torpedo.
fire
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 2.
Alrighty.
Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir.
Ba, 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 ba. See, Rosberg achieved his dream and made sure the stress... Oh, that's right. At the end of the season, whenever he retired, he made comment about wanting to spend more time with his family. And that's a legitimate reason to retire right there. Like, no bones about it. Like, absolutely.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra
That's a really
1.
good shot from the
Left
November.
bearing
I'm
2,
surprised he
3,
did that.
4.
I thought he would
Contact
be
breaking
shooting down at my torpedoes down here. Nope. Ba, 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 ba.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Beautiful. Everything's working like a champ. Alright, so he's going to search right there. Yeah, that's a really
Con,
good
Fire
shot.
control, unable to fire. Con, fire control, unable to fire. Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir.
Alright, let's go ahead and cut that wire.
Make turns for
And get
Con
the hell
sonar,
out of here.
We are cavitating. Come right to 060. Helm I. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4. Bearing 136.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Come right to 05.
Let's go below that layer.
Helm I.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
Con sonar. Con helm. Steady course.
Beautiful.
Con
Good.
sonar lost passing 300.
Really good
feet.
evasion. As long as we don't lawn dart this thing, we're going to get away.
Passing 400 feet.
Any word on sea power progression? No, I haven't had any updates. I'm sure they'll make an announcement when they're ready. The rest of us need to just be patient.
Con, torpedo room
Let them make their
2-1
video
ready.
game. Falcon Rider says, if my Navy recruiter would have said submarines instead of being on Airedale and tried to put me in an aircraft carrier, I would have said, shut up and take my money. Okay. And sign the dotted line instead of going Army. Oh, you went Army. That's right. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't think Army's that bad. The nice thing about the Navy is there's no burn pits. You'll never have to burn poop. You've got your own rack, or at least a rack. Sometimes you share it with somebody else, which is kind of you have 4 hot meals a day, because they serve a meal at midnight.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for.
Like
3,
all the
3
kitchen
knots.
field galley stuff that the Army has to set up and tear down and maintain, all that's built into the ship, whether it's a submarine or a ship, doesn't matter. Like, and that's a big plus. Like, that's a lot of work already done for you as an enlisted man. All you got to do is operate the galley, you know. Nobody in the Navy's ever had burn pit duty on board a
Con,
ship.
torpedo room tube 4 ready.
Things like this you want to think about before you join the service, you know.
0, 0, 0. Helm I.
Hey, congratulations for losing some 11 pounds. That's good. Yeah, I don't think I'm down any weight. My next weight measurement is in September, and I've been working my ass off all summer, and I don't feel like I've lost any weight whatsoever. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm definitely stronger, though. I've built up a lot of strength, which is great. But that wasn't the goal. Like, my shoulders are turning into football shoulder pads. Yeah. Because I'm just built that way. I'm built like well, I was told a brick shithouse in the Navy. I'm not sure I can use that term anymore. Am I going to get canceled if I say brick shithouse? Yeah. I'm a very solid, thick person. Especially whenever I start weightlifting like I've been now for a few months. I got to watch how I handle things because I'll break them accidentally. Yeah. You did very little field duty. You were satellite communications. So until they figured out how to make that 150-ton dish tactical, I wasn't going anywhere. That's kind of cool that you had that going for you. Bum, bum, bum. What about walruses? No, I'm not built like a walrus. I can at least walk around, right? I don't know. We'll see where this goes. I'm enjoying lifting weights again, so I'm just going to do it. And I'm trying to not get big as a big muscular person, but gain strength. So I'm trying to get that lean muscle by working out. You found a burger joint called Bumfuck Idaho that has a one-eyed Jack. Okay, cool. Oh, there's still vessels nearby. What? There's more warships for us to sink. There's more. Send more
Recon
cops.
sonar, no longer cavitating.
What movie is that from? Let's go periscope depth, see who's left.
Make depth 458 dive by.
Oh, we have a lot of people here today. Welcome, everybody. Yeah, a little bit of cold waters. Wednesdays and Fridays is when I'm streaming. Yeah. I have other things to do during the week, like write. I'm a little bit behind on my writing. I owe the Patreons a ship brief that should have been published this week and was not. So I need to get off my ass and finish that. Hot sub driving action. That's right, Mongo. I love those little driving emojis. Those are cool. You're in clothes you haven't worn in 10 years. That's awesome, Vulcan Rider. Yeah, you're using that carnivore diet. I'm glad that's working for you. I hear great things about the carnivore diet.
Con, maneuvering, making turns.
I'm on the high protein
5
diet.
knots.
Repair my muscles from the gyms.
Con, torpedo room tube 3 ready.
So I've been trying this CBD oil for joint pain, so that I don't, you know, hurt my joints, or my joints are going to get hurt by lifting weights because of my age. But I can reduce the pain with CBD oil, because what it does is it reduces the swelling. Yeah, I accidentally got some of that on my dick, and that was not good, because it works.
Make depth 4, 5
All right,
feet,
let's see
dive
who's
by.
up here.
Upscope.
Up, skip. Let's go take a look through the periscope.
Con, dive at 4, 5 feet, dive by.
Periscope. Looking around. Looking around for surface ships. Ooh, who do we got here? Hey, trawler boy.
Sonar Master 4 is classified as merchant.
Let's sink him. Yep. Oh, what's this? So that's just the one. So who's left? Sierra 3. So Sierra 3 might be a submarine, but I don't think we have Sierra 3 anymore. We don't. Well, maybe we should go get them.
Come left.
Let's
2,
go.
2,
Let's go race down the bearing of
0,
Sierra 3 and see what
LI.
happens. How many decoys do we have left? Okay. Wow, we're running out of weapons. Shoot. Yeah. We're trying to get to this mission where we can shoot our T-lambs, but by the time we get there, we're not going to have any weapons left. Except the T-lambs. Well, we will have those, I suppose. CBD and melatonin will knock you out. Yeah, the CBD doesn't do that to me, which is why I like it. I love CBD oil in anything. I'd rather eat it than take a CBD pill. I'd rather have CBD in my chicken or something like that. But I don't know if cooking CBD changes its effect. Yeah, I don't know.
Come left 2, 2, 5, 9.
But for joint pain, for me, it works. It reduces the swelling in the joint, and that is a great thing. Yep. Hope you're not on a random drug test program. No.
Passing 300 feet.
Listen, I am the CEO of my company, and I have a drug-free policy. Whatever drug you want, it's free. Pretty sure that's how that works.
400 feet.
Make turns for 1, 0.
Okay, we're going to level out here, and then we're going to
Con, maneuver.
charge down the bearing of Sierra 3.
6,
See what we do.
Helm I. Con, helm, steady course.
Sausage and bacon? No. No, I do chicken breasts, fish fillets, and eggs. I've started hard boiling eggs, and I'll eat one egg, wait a little bit, and then eat a second egg. And then if I can't get full, because sometimes I don't get full, I'll eat a third one. But eggs have a lot of really good proteins. And they have the high density,
Come left 2, 2, 6, 0.
what's the
LI.
cholesterols? They're called lymphodes or something. But it's the high density ones. Those are really good for your heart. So yeah, a hard boiled egg is like, if you're on a protein diet, that's one of the best things you can eat.
Come left 2, 2.
I bought some beef
9,
jerky, but they put too
LI.
much salt in it, so I can't really enjoy that. Lipoproteins, thank you. Yeah. Well, you guys are
Con,
smart.
helm,
Jesus,
steady course.
you guys are just coming up with all the answers. You guys should be the streamers. I should watch you.
Come right 2, 2, 6, 0.
All right, is he still with
LI.
us? He's not. Let's get out of here. All right, let's see if we can go do this mission. This is going to be a disaster. Because once we shoot the missiles, we're kind of screwed. All right. Yeah, crap. We're just going to shoot the missiles. Wow. Excuse me. We'll start with 4.
On sonar, lost.
Rig shift for ultra quiet. Rig shift for ultra quiet.
All right. Let's turn this bucket of bolts around. What's our environment like?
3, 5, 8.
Wow, we're dead. There's no way to survive this. What the fuck? There's nowhere to maneuver.
4, 5, 8, dive by.
This is bonkers.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 106. Designated Sierra 1.
We're gonna shoot 4 missiles and haul ass is what we're gonna do. Oh my god.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 239. Designated Sierra 2.
All right, here we go.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir. Shoot 2-2. Aye, sir. Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir. Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir.
That. Okay. And let's haul ass.
Make con sonar, we are cavitating.
Let's make our depth 150 feet.
Make depth 150 feet. Dive
So our
by.
warships are there and there.
Come right to 3, 5, 1. Helm aye.
Okay. Shoot, are you
Con
serious?
sonar, lost contact.
Apparently there's 3
Sierra
warships.
2.
Come right to 0, 0, 0. Helm aye.
Okay. Whew.
Con helm. Steady course.
Am I using any mods? No, no mods. This is straight from the Steam store. Yeah, shoot and scoot. Yeah. That is exactly what we're doing. I don't care that they can hear me. I am leaving. We're not going to be able to evade in depth. We're going to have to use decoys, which I don't know why I didn't load the decoy first like I told it to. I hope that doesn't kill us. I will sink all 3 of these ships.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
This is why we brought the harpoons. LDL cholesterol is really good too. I have not heard that from my doctor, so I don't prescribe to that, or I don't know, I should say. It only gets dangerous when you have sugar. Yeah, sugar is really bad. I haven't had anything with sugar in it other than like natural sugars in years. That's not an issue for me.
3 knots.
I even don't eat fruit anymore, with some minor exceptions like a banana, because there's so much sugar in a fruit. But those aren't even the sugars that are bad for you. You know, you have to eat a lot of fruit to have high sugar levels from that. Did I need to fire 8 T-lambs? Yep. We fired 4 and we're going to fire 4 more.
Con, torpedo room, tube
But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to run. Shit, are you kidding me? Oh my god, that guy went right over our head. Oh, what? Come on.
Come right to 0, 5, 9. Helm aye.
Well, we're definitely counter detected, that's for sure.
Con helm.
I hope
Steady
they just
course.
drop depth charges, because if they drop torpedoes, we have no decoy loaded. Because the freaking game didn't load it first, it loaded the weapon. It will load the decoy eventually, but it's going to load all the weapons first. So they dropped that sonar buoy behind us. This is going to be a real quick shot. Okay, let's go ahead and come up periscope depth.
Make depth 4, 5, 8, dive by.
5
Con
knots.
sonar, no longer cavitating.
We're just going to use our momentum to kind of push us up to PD. Okay, let's get this right. We're not even going to raise the periscope. Once we're at 5 feet, we're going to go all back full.
Back
back full.
emergency. Maneuvering aye.
That gets us down below 7 knots. Now we can shoot.
Make turns for 5 knots.
Radar's up.
Maneuvering aye.
Boom. Dead.
Aye, sir.
Con sonar.
Dead.
Master 1
The third one's a
is
submarine,
classified
emergency
as
deep.
escort. Make con sonar. We are cavitating.
Yep. Oh boy. Let's not lawn dart this thing.
Passing 100 feet.
Okay. There's definitely counterfire coming. Is there a layer? I forgot. No layer. Okay. Let's just keep going. We're gonna go ahead and just not even load that.
Con sonar lost
Deploy.
contact.
Grisha's
Master
dead.
1,
We can evade
last
to the
bearing
southeast if we want to.
130. Contact breaking up.
If they drop a torpedo on us, we're kind of screwed. All right. I can hear the plane coming. They're definitely gonna drop. This is definitely a weapon run. I heard an explosion. I'm not sure what we hit. Something blew up. That could have been depth charges, maybe. I don't know. So when we come to PD next, we're going to change course to the north. So you can see here that they know that we turn to the right at some point. Because they have two these are sonar buoys. So initial sonar buoy was mark on top. The sonar buoy was like, oh, he went a little bit to the right. He's no longer in this northeast corridor.
Torpedo room 2-1 ready.
Okay, we're going to get all 4 of those loaded, and then we're going to shoot again. Deploy the libations. Yeah.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 3.
If you brought your
3
floaties,
knots.
now's the time to put them on. We used to have a floaty emoji. I don't know if we have that anymore. Emergency lawn dart, yeah. Oh, they don't know where we are. Somehow we're not detected right now because look at what they're doing. They're scattering their sonar buoys all over the place down here. We're literally outrunning their ASW search, which is really nice. It's getting shallow though. Yeah, there's a ridge right here. If we keep going north, which is what I want to do, we just have to get over this hump. It's a very shallow ridge, but let's go ahead and turn north now.
Passing 100 feet.
Turn north now.
Come left 2.
We want to get into this
0,
deep
2,
bathtub-looking
LI.
area. Hey, yeah, we do have the floaty emoji. Awesome. Yeah.
Con helm. Steady course.
Alcoholics in the back of the line. That's right. Do the Ruskies have deaf people on sonar duty? I can't imagine 688 doing full tilt. 100 feet being very quiet, yeah. I don't know how they don't hear us. I'm glad that they don't, because we're getting away. Like, we're outside their search box, which is really good for us. It's buying us time to load the weapons. So we're going to get this attack off, which means we'll finish the mission, and then it's just up to, do we survive? You know, I'm going to load a torpedo, our last missile, and 2 countermeasures.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
I do like a good canola oil though. That is, it probably isn't healthy for you, but boy, it tastes good. Give me that sweet, sweet canola. I could use a canola IV right in the arm. Just give it straight to me. Did I see the sweet new Arctic-looking class boomer? Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah. H.I. Sutton, he's got to write something. Man makes his living writing articles. So, God bless him for doing the Lord's work. But that is such a bullshit submarine that does not exist and never will. That I'm surprised he actually put his name on the article. But I mean, it's his job to write, so he's writing. And for those of you that don't know, me and H.I. Sutton go back years. He's a great guy. Like, we're good. We contact each other. Everything's fine. But I would not have wrote that article.
Con, torpedo room,
Yay!
2-4 ready.
2-4's ready.
Con
Let's go to
sonar,
periscope
no
down as long
longer
as he's
cavitating.
eggs. Let's shoot at the bad guys. I mean, at some point, especially now that the crystal lens and light has been shown on the Russian performance, from its Navy to its Army to its Air Force, electronic warfare, all domains, it's such a house of cards that has no ability. I mean, it's just a pathetic piece of crap. Give me that sweet emergency deep.
Make turns for
Let's
sonar.
load a
We are
decoy this time. I'm not loading anything else. This freaking decoy's loaded. I mean, I knew whenever I was in the Navy, I came across some Russian ships that were not performing well. And I thought we got lucky. I thought that maybe they were having a bad day. But now that I see them 30, 40 years later from my original encounter with them, I'm like, wow, maybe they've been like this the whole time. Maybe this is the norm for them. Yeah. It's just,
Come left 2.
I'm so disappointed
Helm high.
in them because I gave them so much credit for so many years. And it's all been a pack of lies. All of it.
Con, helm, steady course.
H.I. Sutton agrees with me. Oh, I should have read the article then. Oh my God. Okay. He says, but the chances of it being built are slim. Yeah. Okay. Then he's right. Yeah. So he didn't lose any credibility writing that article. I just read the headline and said, I'm not even wasting my time because I knew it was
Con,
bullshit in the
torpedo room,
beginning.
2-4 ready.
Yeah. So I just want to be clear that I don't have anything, I'm not saying anything negative against H.I. Sutton. He's a great dude. He's actually very funny. His sense of humor is fucking hilarious. What is credibility anymore? Yeah, right. John Deere needs to make a submersible tractor. Yeah. Yeah. And it's also, let me caveat my comment about Russians' abilities. Don't go too far and underestimate them. They still are deadly and lethal. They're just not nearly as capable as we had planned for and trained for. We over-prepared. And when I say we, I mean like NATO, the West. We over-prepared in such a large way that when things actually start shooting at each other, we decimated their equipment in the deserts of Iraq. You know, that was our first clue. But then we thought, well, it's not run by the Russian people. Maybe that's the difference. Nope. Turns out the Russian people, same equipment in Ukraine, not any better. And our HIMARS system, holy smokes, did that. I'd never even heard of HIMARS before February of this year. HIMARS is badass. That's a badass system. It's like GPS guided artillery or rocket. Yeah, I guess it would still be artillery. It's got a rocket motor on it. Yeah. Oh man. And it's so lethal. So lethal. But the Russians aren't doing themselves any favor by they're stocking their ammunition dumps in the open without segregating like the ammo. So that if one blows up, they don't all blow up. The Russians, like, they put it all together. They're like, 155 millimeter comrade, rockets, comrade. Then here comes one HIMARS, blows the whole goddamn thing apart. And they're like, stop smoking near the fertilizer. Which is hilarious that they blamed it on that. And I love the idea that Ukraine's going to take back the Crimean Peninsula. Whenever those Russian tourists were crowding the Kherson Bridge, I think it was Kherson Bridge. It was the bridge that connects Crimea to the east. That bridge. They were getting the hell out of Crimea. And that's the type of stuff that needs to happen Like, the Russian people are being fed all this propaganda about how the war is just and they're winning and all that, and they're not seeing the real news. And, you know, so they got the real news that day when their fucking beach vacation villa got, you know, missiles flying overhead, blowing up that airport. They need that reality check so they can go back to their dachas near Moscow and start asking, you know, their political leaders, hey, what the hell's the real story? Because what we saw in Crimea last weekend wasn't what you've been telling us. They need more episodes like that. And I think more will come. Yeah, more will come. HIMARS is a wheeled truck that moves fast. Someone's given us the Wikipedia here. Thanks. Appreciate that. Let's see if we have any. Holy cow, we did it. I mean, mission accomplished. Of course it is. Look at that. Bam. T-Land mission successful. Let's get the hell out of here. We do not want to be in the Barents Sea anymore. It's a bad place to be. They do bad things to submarines in the Barents. It's not fun. Oh, I know. All right, no. Let's blow. Oh wait, I don't have any weapons. Hold on. I think I got like one torpedo left. So we're not going to go. I was going to take that fight, but we're not going to take that fight. Yeah, the whole Ukraine situation. Ooh, I like that. Tornadoes. There was a flight sim back in the 90s, early 90s, that was a tornado bomber flight sim, and it was so hard, and I loved it. This is back well before DCS. Yeah, it might have been a Spectrum Holobyte product, and that's the company that made the Falcon series. And I think it was literally called Tornado. And it was like wireframe graphics. It was not fun to look at. But it modeled the tornado in such a way that you would fly this thing, you were front seat, back seat, and you had to time out the missions. Like where you would set the thing on autopilot, terrain following, jump in the back seat, set up the bombs. And such a good game. Does anyone remember that? Probably not. There's probably not too many people that played flight sims in the early 90s, because back then there wasn't much of a market for it and the games were not that fun. It was strictly for aviation nerds, you know. I think the game was called Tornado, if anyone wants to Google it. Early 90s video game. God, I played that for so long, and I would often I would often not complete the mission. Yeah, it was that hard. And you could fly like, you would fly one plane, but you would coordinate the strike between 4 to 8 tornadoes. So you would fly over the airbase different directions, and you had to meet your timeline. And so you would throttle your speed on your approach to your IP, and then your IP on your bombing run, so that you hit your time marks. It was all very technical. And oh man, that really got me going back in the day. Nowadays, I could care less. I don't even want to fly DCS anymore because the damn startup procedure that is shift home. I can't be bothered doing that anymore. Yeah, I don't know. I've changed a lot. I used to be really into video games and like procedures and stuff like that. I think that's a young man's game, and I'm just not that anymore. I still enjoy DCS. It's just, I think I'm going to wait for the F-15E to come out and give that a shot, and then maybe hang up the whole flight sim thing after that. Because honestly, once Sea Power comes out, that's going to be the new meta. I'm just going to be a Sea Power streamer / YouTuber and no other game. And when I get tired of that, I'm going to quit. It's over.
On sonar, lost contact.
Rig shift for ultra quiet.
That's the plan. All right, let's see what we go.
Con sonar.
Preaching to the choir, yeah. Vulcan Rider, yeah. What is Sea Power? Sea Power is a video game coming out in 2033. It's going to be about global warming, climate change, flooding the lower lands, and naval combat.
Come right to 165.
It's essentially Cold Waters, but it includes fleets. That's Sea Power. Cold water's on a fleet scale. That's what it is. Hey, you think I won't stop streaming? I stopped streaming for a year, so don't tell me I won't stop. Granted, I didn't have any internet. It's real easy to not stream when you don't have internet. No. I do love streaming. This is really fun for me to sit here, play a video game, talk about Navy stuff and news and whatever stuff you guys come up with, which is usually off the wall. You guys are half the entertainment, by the way. So, appreciate that. I should be subscribing to you. Yeah. They're like, you're damn right you should be. The $5 expensive. You give us $5. I thought you said it was cold waters include freaks, but a bunch of freaks. Yeah. Twitch chat is 200 IQ. Yeah. A lot of times they are. They could be knuckleheads. And I'm looking at you, P-Pistol. But a lot of times they're pretty freaking smart. I mean, just we were talking about diets. They started breaking down lip nodes in the chat. I'm like, whoa. A bunch of damn nutritionists around here. All right, let's classify this target here. See if we can figure out who it is. Oh, what's this? Yeah, it's funny how streaming has become just like part of my life now. Just because it's kind of fun.
Con sonar Sierra 1 is classified as merchant.
I definitely have the right personality for it in that I enjoy it, like genuinely enjoy it. So it's not a big deal. If you don't really love it, I don't think you'll stick with streaming. You know. Oh, we got this strong layer. That's kind of good. It's nice to have some depth. We can actually evade if we get shot. All right, so we got a surface ship here. No other contacts.
Is classified as merchant.
Let's head up to periscope depth. What we're going to do is we're going to head above this strong layer and see if there's somebody up here that we can't hear. Excuse me.
Make depth 4, 5, 8.
The hard-boiled egg I had for breakfast is talking back to me. Ho says, my point was people talking about the truck, not the missile. It's the missiles that are different types. Oh, yeah. You're right. It shoots different missile types. And that, what is it, ATACM missile, the big one? That thing is a monster. And it doesn't even have a big warhead compared to like a torpedo, which shocked me for as big as the missile is. But I'm told by people that are former Army or in the Army that it doesn't need a big warhead to do what it does. And the evidence is all over Ukraine, so you're right. I mean, you can't argue with it. But I was shocked that it was like, I think they told me it was 250 pounds or 250 kilograms, which is very different. But still, a much smaller warhead than I expected. Yep. I like how whenever I go to the doctor, they do my weight in kilograms, so it seems like it's a lot less than what it actually is in pounds, you know? I kind of like that. I'm like, I'm only how much? Wow. Same warhead as the Harpoon. Really? Is it the same warhead as the Harpoon? That's it? I did not know that. The Harpoon warhead is pretty mean, though. It's not big, but it shreds that ship, that lagging, and you know, all that stuff gets set on fire. It's a nasty, nasty warhead. One more advantage of the metric system, yeah, you don't feel as, or you don't sound as fat as you really are, yeah. The big warhead is 90 kg, okay. Is that about 250 pounds? I don't know. I remember someone telling me it was 250. All right, we finally got CR2, and it did go active, so we know it's a hostile. Probably a submarine. Because on the strategic map, this was a submarine encounter, so we're gonna go through the submarines first. Oops, what's this? Wow, it doesn't match for a sub. Oh, wait. I'm still doing CR1. Oh, look at this. Definitely a submarine. Yeah. Look at that. Because it's all kind of just really quiet and dark. It's a modern submarine, like Type 3, Type 6. Yeah. Ooh. Oscar? Let's see if it's an Oscar. Foxtrot. Oh, diesel boat. Okay. Yeah.
Sonar, Sierra 2.
It's a diesel boat. And he's going active, which is really dumb. Like, for a diesel boat, you don't want to be giving yourself away like that. 90K is about 200 pounds. Okay. Gotcha. Best part about using the metric system, nobody expects you to go to the moon. Okay. That's funny. Derp, that's hilarious, dude. It took me a second. I had to think about it. Oh my god. You leave the Europeans alone. They've been good to us. Good to us Americans. Oh my god. Then there was the tungsten ball dispersal warhead. Ooh, that would be bad. The tungsten was exploded out, I guess. Holy crap. That'll just rip you apart. And your machine. All right, let's go behind the Foxtrot. So what we're going to do, since he's so far away,
Come left 2.
is we're going to point him. But by the time we get to him, he'll have moved out of the way. So it's okay. It's going to be fine. And we're going to get below that layer again. So let's go 10 degrees down, 10 degrees negative ballast. Or 10 negative ballast. It's not a degree. And our ambient noise is 81, so kind of quiet. So getting into this, getting below the layer will help absorb some sound. Hey, KWO8. What's that? Quate? Leave the snark alone. You only know freedom units, that's right. You deal in Imperial units around here. Alright, let's get behind this Foxtrot. Tear him up. There he is, too. Civilized units for you. Yeah, I suppose if you're in Europe. Yeah. So a 200... Oh, wow. 200,000 tungsten balls the size of a pea detonates in the air above the target. Yeah, that would just tear apart any kind of aircraft. Is that weapon designed to take out formations? That sounds like a formation weapon. That's crazy, dude. Yeah, so we're going to close on the Foxtrot here. This is our plan. And then we're going to get behind him and shoot him in the butt.
Passing 300 feet.
The military equivalent of a shotgun blast. Yeah. A big shotgun. Let's see. It would play devil with the personnel too. Yeah, I imagine it would. So he says, kind of like Kuwait, but not. I've been here ever since you were, Jive. Really enjoy Coldwater's videos. Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, man. Well, I'm glad you've been around here for so long. That's crazy. Whenever the Kuwait War happened, or the Gulf War, we call it, I was never in theater. I want to be clear on that. I talked about it a lot. I don't want to imply that I was actually there. I was in the Navy. I was serving the country and all that. But, you know, for any war, you know, you have maybe 10% of the people on the front line in any service. And then you have 60% supporting them logistically and intelligence and communications. And then the other, like 30%, are in training. You know, we're doing other things because you can't take your entire Navy and just focus on one war. You still have a Pacific Ocean. You have northern runs to do like I did. A lot of other things are going on at the same time. So that's what I was doing. How deep can we go? Oh, this is deep enough. You still remember the tune you played, the intros and outros? Yeah. We had this artist in Canada. He had a band, and he created an intro and outro for our Drive Turkey channel, which I thought was the coolest thing. And so we used that for years, like 2 or 3 years. Does anyone remember who he was? He still has a SoundCloud account. I don't know if he still tours with his band after the pandemic and all that. Oh my God, I can't remember his name. Anyway, but that was really cool that he basically wrote an intro song for us and an outro. He did 2 different versions. Yeah, we're doing campaign 84. We're sneaking up on this diesel boat, but he's still pretty far away, so I'm telling sea stories. Or Drive Turkey stories, anyway. Stories I'm allowed to tell. Luke Steele, yes! You guys remembered his name. Yes! Google Luke Steele and his band. He's pretty sure he's Canadian. He has a SoundCloud account, and it's, you know, his band. He's really talented, good guy. And the fact that he wrote a song for us, that was like next level. And he was super cool about it. I was like, dude, you know, I was like starstruck with him, you know, whenever he did that. And I was like, listen, I can't afford to pay you, but thanks. You know, do you want me to promote your band or anything? And he didn't want anything, but I promoted his band anyway, just to give something back to the guy. Luke Steele, yeah. And to his credit, he didn't want nothing. He was just like, here you go, have it. Yeah, really cool guy. Let's see, Justiflop. Yeah, I know you've been here forever. Jingles. Is Jingles? Jingles often lurks. Yeah. I think he likes me talking about my old stories or something, because it reminds him of the old days. I thought Jingles and I were the same age. I think he might be 1 year older than me. Oh no, do you know what it is? His birthday was like last month, and my birthday is next month. So we're within like 2 months of each other, but technically he is older than me. So take that, old man. At least I look like I'm 20. Actually, Jingles looks really good. He's pretty fit for an old fart like I am. He maintained his fitness much better than I did. Reliving the glory days. Yeah. It's funny how we remember the good times, because like for every cool story I share with you guys about something that was funny or whatever, there was weeks and even months of nothing happening, of just waking up, having a meal, going on watch for 6 hours, cleaning for another hour, because that was always a thing when I was in, and then going to training or doing some qualification for an hour or 2, and then going back to bed again. And you get in this routine, this schedule. I don't want to call it a routine because it's not routine, but it's definitely a schedule, a rhythm. And the days just start flying by because you're in this rhythm. And then out of nowhere, something interesting happens, you know. And those are the moments you remember until 30 years later on Twitch. Yeah. Arrow Buff, Jingle sent you here too? Yeah. Yeah, the ride's not over. We're still going. I'm just waiting on a good game to play. I'm so burnt out on video games right now. It's kind of nuts. I'm enjoying XCOM, genuinely. 1 and 2 right now. But no other game has got my interest. Cold Waters, you know. Do you remember the band that did your channel intro? The one with the girl singing. Oh, wow. You're going back before. That was before Luke Steele made that intro song. What was our original intro music? I stopped using it because I was getting copyrighted. That's when YouTube was cracking down on copyrights. I don't remember, no. But I do remember we did have something before Luke came along. And it was just some song I found on YouTube. It wasn't anything special. Oh, the Burn Notice intro was good. Yeah. I wrote that on a whim. Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. I'll do something, you know, creative and clever again. I haven't had I haven't come up with anything. You know, here I am. This is what you get. Do I do regiments? Let's start over. There's a new video game called Regiments. The question is, does Regiments interest me at all? No. Company of Heroes is a good game. No, it's not. Do you know why Company of Heroes is not a good game? Let me show you why. You can't use the WASD keys to move the camera. The moment I saw that in the new game that I got early access to test for them, that was my one feedback. I played your game for 30 seconds. WASD doesn't move the camera, and I stopped playing. If you make a fucking tactical or strategic game that doesn't move the freaking map with WASD, I'm gonna go on a campaign against your game. Yeah, instead of promoting it, I'm gonna tell people not to play it, because that's an asinine decision at this point. That's been a thing since the 2000s. WASD. You want to get me spun up? Make another goddamn video game where WASD doesn't move the map. Yeah. Wait a minute. Oh shit! Cold Waters. Cold Waters gets an exception. Yeah, it is mouse move, yeah. I just don't like it. Don't like them. You know what's funny is I bought all the DLC for the American Truck Simulator. I even bought a little Chinese wheel to steer the truck around. I delivered my first package and I finished. I uninstalled the game. I was like, this is the boringest thing I've ever fucking done. If I ever want to go drive, I have a goddamn Mercedes G23 whatever AMG in the fucking garage. I'll go drive that. Yeah. I think driving games, except for racing is a different animal. But driving a truck simulator has got to be for people that are not old enough to actually drive a truck. That's how I felt anyway. That was just me. And I feel terrible because I bought all the DLC. That was like $100. I was like, what did I do with my money? I probably could refund it, but I'm not going to. I never refund. It was my mistake for buying it, okay? If a game doesn't work, I'll refund it. But if the game works and I bought it and didn't like it, well, that's kind of on me. That's how I look at it. That's just me. Yeah, American Truck Simulator. I'm so dumb. Jesus Christ. Okay, I also bought the Euro Truck Simulator 2 because it had better graphics and was a little more recent. I didn't even bother installing it after I uninstalled the American one. I was like, what have I done? What have I done with my money? I've just burned it. I might as well come on the stream with $20 and burned it. Or like $100, I guess, yeah. Farming Simulator. We did Farming Simulator for a while. But then I got on board the train and I pushed Lomax's truck into the river and he got mad and rage quit. And that's really the last time I remember playing it. We never really went back to Farming Simulator again because I used a train to push a truck into a river. Or no, it wasn't a truck. It was a crane. He had a crane on the train track trying to pull something out of the river. Probably something I drove into the river because I wasn't very good at driving at that game. And I used the train to push his crane into the river with the truck. And I don't think he ever talked to me again after that. That was not good. That was a bad day. You don't think I remember these things? I do. I do. I'm like, oh, that was the day I burned Lomax's friendship. Yee. He took that shit personally. It might have been him screaming, don't do it, the whole time that I was driving the train. That probably had a lot to do with it. Because it was like a 3 or 4 minute trip to get the train around the map to where he was craning. Yeah, that probably had a lot to do with it. Him being mad. I was like, hey, it's for it's for content, rather. Have I messed with Kerbal? Yeah, I made a few rockets explode in Kerbal. That's kind of fun. That's like a math playground, Kerbal is. Oh crap, the freaking Foxtrot turned around. Alright, so our cooperative target is no longer cooperative. Let's turn to the north.
Come left 2, 3, 5, 9, helm I.
He's coming right for us. You know what we got to do? We got to get above the layer. This sucks.
Make depth 1508 dive by.
Content comes first. That's right, Alcinor. Content is king. And if when you're participating with a stream with me, you may be sacrificed. Just ask Tyrepo. I have killed Tyrepo in video games more than any other person. That is a proud achievement that he hangs on his wall right above his front door, so everybody that comes to visit TirePo gets to see. TirePo is the king of content on my channel. Let's play some PUBG. Okay, shoot me in the back. Yeah, we got to play some first-person shooters again. It's been a long time. They've updated Ready or Not 2 or 3 times this summer. We got to figure out when we're going to play that.
Con sonar Sierra 2 is classified.
Imagine you guys will have more time over the
submerged
weekends,
submarine.
or on the weekends.
Con, helm, steady course.
Excuse me, I inhaled a dog hair or something. Kicking my butt. PUBG's added those gliders. They added gliders to PUBG? Oh, I haven't even seen PUBG in years. So, I'm surprised it's still around. Well, no, I take that back. I'm not surprised it's still around. I'm just surprised people still play it. That's what's surprising. Oh, TirePo, yeah, we used to have a sound effects machine where for, I think it was like 100 bits or something, you could play the helicopter sound. Yeah, I put a stop to that nonsense, you guys. It's starting to affect my mental health in a negative way. You play Star Citizen? Yeah, I hear Star Citizen's finally getting some content, which is great news. I feel bad for the people that sunk a lot of money into that game, because they really got strung along for years, but I guess it is playable now. So, good for you guys for finally getting something for your money. I've got an account for Star Citizen with like the starter package, but I haven't logged into it in ages. Yeah. Has Modern Naval Warfare Dev updated its game? No. No, they haven't. That's the other game that I expect to come out after Sea Power comes out, so sometime in the 2050s. And that's actually a Virginia-class submarine simulator, is what it appears to be. It's very early days. You know, who knows what they actually come up with. It's going to be in a Pokemon gacha game by the time it gets released. What's his range? Goodness gracious. I didn't take my
Come right to
allergy medicine
0,
this morning.
7,
That's probably
9,
what it is.
helm, aye.
My nose is like, what's going on with all this pollen? Let's see, calling back to your military days, do you think the military is a good place to be right now? I'm told not. Obviously, I've been out of the military for over 10 years now, and it's changed a lot in that time. And if I'm honest with myself, the reason why I got out of the military was the way I was being treated, which was not good. As a senior enlisted man, I wasn't some junior scrubbing the deck, you know, E3. But I was still being treated pretty poorly by my peers. Other sonarmen, who were not nearly as good as I was, by the way. I didn't tell them that, obviously, or else they would have a reason to treat me like shit. I never said anything like that when I was in the Navy. But yeah, so my answer is no. Based on my own experience right before I got out and what people tell me the Navy's like now. Apparently it's not good. Which is a damn shame, because recruitment's down. They need recruits. But until they change the way they treat their sailors, I can't recommend it. Yeah. And it is a shame. It is, because I want it to be great. Being on submarines, putting on these headphones and listening to whale farts for 6 hours a day was some of the best fun I've ever had. I mean, it was truly an interesting job.
Con, helm, steady course.
Not for everybody, by the way. You guys may hate it, but I freaking loved it. I was inside a machine keeping me alive, submerged hundreds of feet underwater for months at a time. Nuclear powered by some of the craziest technology that I didn't even understand. I looked at that, I was like, how the fuck does that work? Not my job to know, therefore I didn't know, you know. All I need to know is that if it catches on fire, that's the fire hose, put it out. That's all I needed to know about the reactor, you know, or anything else back there. That's the limit of my education. Put the wet stuff on the red stuff. But truly some of the best, if you get into the nuts and bolts of electronic warfare as a category, generally speaking, beamforming and the way you can manipulate magnetic fields, holy smokes, it's crazy science. And if you're interested in that, the only place you're going to see cutting edge is either at like an MIT lab. We also work with Texas A&M. So go to those colleges and you'll see the gear that I'm talking about, this experimental gear. You can also be a contractor at places like Newark, Naval Underwater Warfare Center. So these are other opportunities for you to experience, at least working with the equipment that I got to work with at a very high level without joining the Navy. Yeah. Working with universities probably surprised me the most. I did not know that these super secret sonar systems that we're building that have these software programs that are so complicated involve graduate level students that I don't think have secret clearance. I've never heard of a college student getting a secret clearance. Yet they were building our sonar system software. Pretty incredible. Or they were a part of the process. That's probably more accurate, isn't it? Go Aggies. Yeah, Texas A&M. There was more colleges, but that's the one that comes to mind right now. Yep. If your college has a physics lab, it's probably partially funded by the U.S. government for projects like not just sonar, radio communications, electronic warfare in general. You know. Oh boy, excuse me. I'm gonna work through this pollen in my throat. All right, we are going to cross his stern, get into his baffles. We're at 200 feet, so we can go 10 knots and not cavitate. Are we above the layer? We're still above the layer. Zero chance he hears us. Not going to happen. He's not going to hear us. Once we get into his baffles, we'll shoot the weapon and blow him right to Mars. Real genius. I remember that movie from the 80s. I don't remember all of it, but I remember at the end there was like popcorn coming out of a house because they'd use a satellite to reflect sunlight to pop the popcorn or something. It was crazy, yeah. Funny movie. Definitely an 80s flick. Yeah. Preston says, tell us more. Hush. My point is, because of the current state of the U.S. Navy, from what I'm told, from primary sources, people in the Navy, I can't, in good faith, recommend people join the Navy as an enlisted man right now. Did he turn again? No, he didn't. Okay. So you can go into a university program, or you can become a military contractor. Those are other options that I think you'll be just fine. Top Secret. Oh, yeah. Top Secret's a hilarious film with Val Kilmer in a comedic role, which is, that in of itself is kind of interesting. But you got to be in the right mindset to see that movie. It's a silly movie. And if you're not down for silly humor, don't waste your time. But Top Secret's one of the few movies that I own. I actually, I've got that on like Amazon Video Library. Yeah. Skeet surfing. Yeah. It's funny how you guys, a lot of us have the same taste in movies and whatnot. It's getting really dark outside. I think we're about to have a storm. Tombstone. Tombstone was awesome. Yes. And was it Val Kilmer that played Doc Holliday in that movie? Might be his best performance. Better than Top Gun. Yeah. Really, really good. I never saw Deja Vu, so I don't know about that one. But Tombstone was one of those movies on the submarine that we burned every night, like for weeks. It was that good. Yeah, we just, you get new movies whenever you pull into port, or if you're in port for a long period of time, you get them like every 3 months. And you'll get movies. Back then, movies used to go to the theater. Then there would be a period of time where they didn't exist anywhere. And then they would come out on like VHS, DVD, home theater, right? Well, we would usually get the movies while they were still in the theaters. on these little 8mm digital cassettes. Yeah. And we'd throw it in the cassette player and watch the movie, and it was really high quality. I mean, probably like 1080p, which for the 90s was high quality. It was higher quality than our television could display, I think. Yeah, good stuff. I remember on the first 2 boats I was on, we still had a tube television, a CRT television. Yeah, no, there was no flat screen for us. Is the Romeo deaf? Yeah, it is. Well, look at the environment we're in. We've got this really strong layer here. Let me turn this down. It's getting kind of loud. There we go. Music changed on us. Is it still royalty free? Yes. No. Shit. Uh-oh. Okay, music's off. Anyway, so he's crap, I can't use this video now. That's all right. It doesn't matter. He's on the other side of the layer. That's why he can't hear us. Plus we're in his baffles. So we're 10 knots. Tube 1. Shoot.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
And yeah, we should be good. CRT almost sunk the sub. What do you mean, Mac? See, I watch it every time I see it on TV. Oh yeah. Does it get replayed?
Contact. Sierra.
You're talking about Tombstone, right?
Bearing 217. Contact faded.
I don't know. I fell victim to the streaming channels, and I pretty much have all of them, except Peacock. I won't give Peacock any money because they screwed up Star Trek so bad. I'm like, I'm not interested in anything else you got. They're like, we got Rick and Morty, and I'm like, so you can keep Rick and Morty. Yeah, you're not getting my dollar. How dare you do that to a beloved franchise? Oh yeah, that's what's hitting us now. Oh wow, yeah, it's raining right now. Yeah, that sucks. Because I can hear the lawn guys out there now. It's really good for your grass to cut it in the rain because it immediately gets water after it's cut. It's extremely good for it. But I'm sure they're not happy mowing my lawn in the freaking rain. I'm curious if I extend this. Because it's above the layer, he may not hear this weapon until it just comes out of the layer. Oh, never mind. I was making up fantasy fiction there. Okay, I just disregard everything I just said.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Weapon acquired.
Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure
Freaking
only.
Romeo. Shot back at me. Don't be a jerk.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Weapons acquired.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 20.
I'm just basically, I'm driving the torpedo through the countermeasures here. That's what I'm doing. Active homing. It
Con,
should.
fire control, weapon acquired.
Boom. Let's go.
Con sonar lost
Keep
contact.
it dead.
Sierra 2, last bearing 20.
Make turns for 3.
We'll stay above the layer. Even though we're cavitating, we'll be fine. We will be fine. You need rain in CT? Yeah, we need rain everywhere. We haven't had a lot of rain this year, but have you seen Lake Mead? The lake that's behind Hoover Dam? That supplies water to major cities all over the southwest. And it's pretty much drying up, which is really bad. I watch a couple of civil engineering YouTube channels that have been talking about it, and those guys don't seem to be panicking. They're like, it's okay for the water to drain. It's not going to be catastrophic, but it certainly doesn't look good whenever you see Lake Mead as low as it is. Like, it seems like it's just about empty. And I'm like, well, where are all those people going to get their water? And then there's golf courses in California that are still able to stay open in the summertime and water their lawn with water that comes from that, source. And I'm like, you should be restricting that so it's just for drinking water, right? It's raining so hard I can hear it on the, Jesus.
Con,
It's like
torpedo
thunder
room
out there.
2-1 ready.
Yeah, 2 inches of rain, right? It also provides electricity. You're right. The Hoover Dam certainly does. Yeah, it's like pond mead instead of lake mead. Yeah. Where's the dog? Oh, my dog goes sleeping. Yeah, she's so old now she doesn't get too upset at the thunder like she used to.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 3.
The golf course is for rich people. You're absolutely right. And I'm sure they're like, hey, Mayor, don't shut down my golf course over some water. But, like, I think the problem looks or appears worse than it actually is. I'm hoping. But it still strikes me that they would be so frivolous with water in that region during a drought that's been going on for so long. This didn't just start this year. This water shortage has been going on since I remember, as long as I can remember. I used to live in San Diego, and they would talk about the water rationing and water shortages. They didn't actually do any rationing, but they were complaining about it in the 90s. And here we are 30 years later, and it's really bad now. Yeah. Pretty bad. Yeah, we dodged that weapon. We just got to make sure we get away from it. Yeah, it's way over there now. Yeah, we're talking about California. But the Hoover Dam in Lake Mead feeds more than just California. Like Arizona gets a lot of their water from that. I saw some news stories about Phoenix. It was either Phoenix or Tucson. Anyway, so some major, cities in Arizona getting worried about the water. And plus, I guess the water at the bottom of that reservoir is more and more contaminated, right, with silt and stuff. That's what I would expect. I don't know if that's true. Scott says, I was saying the other day that I'm taking my son with a buddy to the USS Nautilus in the next week or so. You'll post some pics on the Discord. Awesome, dude. Yeah, man, enjoy it. I guess the Nautilus had spent some time in dry dock recently getting refurbished, so it should all be very well preserved now. So yeah, I'll be looking for those pictures. I still want to drive to all my old Navy bases and just kind of, walk the streets, if you will. And yeah, I still want to do that. I don't know when I'm going to. It's a real waste of gas and money, but it's kind of like a trip down memory lane for me, right? To go back to Groton Submarine Base, New London Submarine Base. I have no reason to go there other than I just kind of miss it. Just kind of haven't been there in ages, Don't do that. It makes you feel old. Yeah, that's true. That's kind of the downside of doing that, right? Yeah. Like I spent some time in Portsmouth Naval Shipyard. And the nice thing about Portsmouth Naval Shipyard is they also have like a museum there. And there's like things to do. Whereas if you go to New London Submarine Base, you have the Exchange. And I think there used to be a Burger King there, but I don't know if it's still there or not, But a big part of my adult life began on that base. So I kind of just want to do it to, just walk around. Of course, it's going to be kind of weird having some civilian just walking around the upper base. I'm sure base security may stop me and be like, what you doing, man? Just walking around? You taking photos? What you doing? Oh, man. I don't know if security's as tight as it used to be. Security after 9/11, 2001, got real strict and stayed strict for the rest of my career. But I suspect it's probably not as strict as it used to be. Yeah. Anyhow, what do you say we go start our weekend, boys and girls? Let's get you guys handed off to another streamer here.